Hi, this is Alpha Master Pimp, Sir Easy, Active Dominant, uh, trainer in the BDSM lifestyle, the upper metaphysical realm of spirituality. Basically, I'm a hippie, a black hippie. Ain't that something? And also a veteran and a few other upper metaphysical things that, well, it is what it is. Um, it's been a while since I talked to you about a lot of things that's going on. Well, this is 2014, and we're in the ongoing stages of this whole New World Order controversy that even Nostradamus and all those people lost their frickin' minds over, just imagining where we're going to be sitting at right now. And here we are sitting on some pretty okay stuff. As a matter of fact, um, no one actually had an idea that uh, the New World Order would actually turn into being something as simple as YouTube and Facebook and smartphones. And that's where we're at. For the first time in the entire Earth's cultural history, we are now faced with the ability to actually communicate on a one-to-one basis with each and every person on real time entirely around the entire Earth. So now it's not the Princess and the Pea or any of this other stuff going on, and we don't have uh, an issue with race, color, creed, sexual nature, cultural difficulties, or religious beliefs. We're now people. My name is Hafiz Harris. Uh, there's a whole lot in between there. Uh, and it's been a while since I actually just got some things off my mind and put them out into cyberspace. And that's what I'm digging the most about cyberspace is that, well, here we are. And I'm putting this out for everyone and God and everyone else to actually get a hold of. And if this helps you at any given point in time, I'll leave a website and you can drop me, well, nothing says thank you like cash. Um, I remember a while back, late 1900s, early 2000s. I was in on a doctor's convention where they all sat back and they said, we're about to face a very interesting time frame in the world and in the medical practice as we know it. Now, if you're from an upper metaphysical educated uh, mentality, then you'll understand the whole snake thing and the staff and all the other stuff that goes on. But you'll also understand that all these people who are the masters at their craft of understanding the upper metaphysical existence of the human form, all we're talking about how all bets are off right now. They're finding out that things that were prescribed that actually were known to be good and true and would do exactly what they do no longer do that. They have after effects like everything else has after effects now. Kind of like those commercials that you would see for certain things to get rid of your ailments, but they don't necessarily get rid of your ailments. They actually uh, also have to, by law, alert you to the mere fact that they also have to tell you about the side effects. And that's what we're going through culturally as a people on this earth right now. We're going through the side effects of too much evolution conflicting with too much structural moralities. Now, that goes all the way as deep now as sexuality itself. That means that for the first time in the history of this earth, we are now allowed to go back to the original state that was once stated almost existed in perfectly good order back in the Sodom Gomorrahs and a lot of other places like that that just happened to not be as bad off as Sodom and Gomorrah was. Now, what does that have to do with where we are right now in this thing that we're doing right here? Well, it's daylight savings time, and no, it's spring forward, which is the let's splurge in the daylight time, and yet and still we're still suffering from this new shift in the Earth's polarities because it's supposed to do that, which means that all weather patterns and all this other stuff that we were able to tell our time on by way of even the Mayans knowing, are all bets are off at this present point because nobody knows round and round and round the Earth goes. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. And that's what we're still dealing with. We've got all the way until at least 2033 before we even start getting a clue as to what is starting to formulate itself, because we're now shifting from Jesus' time to whatever the time is going to be for the next 26,000 years, past the time that we'll cease to exist, in our current state right now today, if you believe in that kind of thing. Um, and it's a very interesting thing. We can actually evolve into the whole evolution of Star Trek for you Trekkies and you, well, nerds and geeks like myself. Um, and that's where the world is going. And that would probably be scary to Nostradamus and Nicodemus and all these other doggone people out there that predicted that somewhere by the year 2000, something was going to start happening, not just to the earth, but to everything, the end of all things. That means that everything that you think that you've been conditioned to be trained to be, now you don't need that. You don't have to be don't ask, don't tell. You can now have your partner. You can be, as long as you still keep to your positive spiritual convictions that everybody in society expect everyone else to do in order for us to productively exist on this planet. Now, not just one set of people. This is everybody. We need all of them. We need the goats. We need the cows. We need this. We need that. But now the earth is the ark. And now we see it in live and living color in real time. And time is changing. Now we're not no longer, being forced to stay in a 12-hour, 12-month kind of restriction and realities. And that's what's happening to a lot of people right now. People of a different state are all of a sudden being affected to the point where even their organs, you can sit back and drink all the water and do everything else you want and worry yourself dehydrated. Things like bipolarism now is starting to become a current commonality more than a oddity in society. And therefore lies the problem because, well, each person is different because our genetic structures have never been exposed to this kind of gravity. As the earth goes round and round and nobody knows where is this going, you know, we still have only slight heads up when all of a sudden we still get some, information almanac wise as to, okay, we just had a couple of full moons and, well, a new moon and all these, just happened to be at its closest point to the earth at the same time, all in one month. What month? The first month of 2014. Wow, that was something interesting. Prior to that, uh, some of the publications called the last year the year of hate. That was the year that we all lost our minds at the mere fact that there was some form of order coming and we had nothing to do about it, and it was everything, not just the things that you want to be okay with, but everybody's thing. And we had the introduction of All Hell No. The last one that happened like that was 11 years in the same cycle that the sun flipped from north to south. Uh, and that was a different one because when it happened, nobody really knew because it was 9/11, the same era of that. And people were Nobody's really comfortable with going back into what happened to you 11 years ago. And therein lies the interesting thing, because I am Alpha Master Pimp Sir Easy, active dominant, spiritual guru, sadist, stagehand, Baba. I'm a whole hell of a lot of things, but I'm black, I'm strong, and I'm different. I'm really, really different. And that's not a bad thing anymore. It's just different. And right now, the difference between what you understand from all that I just said and all the what I just said was that when you check this out, I will already wasted this moment in time sharing more than your average amount of information for no apparent reason whatsoever, but to alert you to the mere fact that here we are, and if you're not paying attention, that's okay.